Well, that's a saffron sweep that the street will be liking. The NDA in command, 176 seats is where they are leading. That said, let's get back to earnings. Muthoot Finance, that's the stock of the day. It's up close to around 10% after a stellar showing in the second quarter. The company has also hiked its AUM growth guidance to around 30-35% from around 15% earlier. Mr. George Alexander Muthoot, the MD at Muthoot Finance, joins us on the show. Well, sir, you have to make us wait for a few quarters and a few weeks. But I think over the last 2-3 times we have spoken, I've been asking you, will you be upping it? Will you be upping it? And mathematically, it looked like you're going to do that. Now, my question to you is, the street will like what you have done. 30 to 35% is no mean feat. But can it be higher? Do you think a 40% is on the cards? That's point number one. And point number two is, what about yields? Competition is quite high as well. Do you see some kind of sacrificing on the yields front from here on? Or do you think you can hold on to current yields?
Okay, thank you. Anyway, we have revised the guidance from 15% to 30 to 35% because in the first half year, we have already grown by 21%. So I think it is not correct to say our guidance is 15%. So, but then we are also seeing good traction in the gold loan offtake. In the H2 this year, this second half also, we are seeing good traction in the gold loan offtake. So I think that should augur well for us, and that is why we have revised the guidance to 30 to 35%. Of course, if there's an opportunity to grow more, we will certainly do it. But the guidance for us remains at the 30 to 35% only. That is what first thing I would like to say. The second question is also answered from my response to the first question. That is the guidance, etc., and the growth. See, we see a lot of demand for gold loan in these days, not only from the rural area, but also from the towns, cities, etc. More and more people are starting to use or monetize their ornaments which they are having with them. Earlier, probably they did not think it as valuable as it is today, because today every media, every newspaper talks every day about the gold price and the record gold price, etc. So I think people are getting, maybe they are realizing the importance of the ornaments they have. And probably when they require money, they are using this as a mode of...
Mr. Muthoot, just to follow up on what Nigel asked, you said that growth will continue. There are analysts who are expecting 40% growth for this year. Would that be out of whack? Because you've given a guidance of 30 to 35%. You've upped your guidance. The street believes that you can still do a lot better than what you've upped your guidance to. A lot of them believe between 38 to 40% is what this, the company can do this year. So I wanted your comments on that. And secondly, on yields, 18 to 18.5%, will they sustain at these levels?
No, I think instead of the yields, we should be looking at the NIMs. So NIMs, we are thinking at 10.5%. So occasionally we get some bump in the yields because of some old reversals of NPAs and old churning of the NPAs, etc. Churning is actually what is happening here. The old NPAs with a lot of old age, lot of interest accrued on them becomes replaced with a new set of NPAs. So on that, we get a bump in the income. That is one of the reasons. So, but instead of the yield, we should look at the NIMs. So if the borrowing cost comes down, maybe 10-15%, 15 bips is what we expect in the next 2-3 quarters. So we will still maintain our yield, maintain our NIMs, and probably reduce the yield. But there is competition is there always. All the banks are also doing this big business. Every bank has got a very big portfolio of gold loan. NBFCs also have. It is not that banks are taking away NBFCs loans or NBFCs are taking the business of loan. The market the pie is growing bigger and bigger every day.
It's not only that banks who are taking or NBFCs who are taking your business, you are also taking some of their business, because I'm looking at Belstar, out there, the MFI subsidiary losses are reducing, no problems about that. So just a couple of questions. When does that become profitable? And the second part is that I read that you've opened 23 new gold loan branches in Belstar to diversify your portfolio. That is a little surprising because, you moved into MFI to diversify away from the gold portfolio, and now you're opening gold loan portfolios in Belstar itself.
Yeah, thank you. And the growth in gold loan is of course there. About Belstar, I think they have the problems are actually almost bottoming out. So we don't see any more problems coming. So going forward, the loss will get reduced and probably we will have a nil loss in the next 2 quarters. Thereafter, only we will be thinking of a calibrated growth in the MFI portfolio. So MFI probably will start seeing some growth in the portfolio probably in the first and second quarter of next year. Having said about the growth, you wanted to know about our thoughts on the gold loans also. See, the Reserve Bank of India last about 6 months back changed or maybe revised the guidelines for non-MFI loans from 25% to 40%. Probably they also feel that a pure play MFI may not be able to sustain when there is some ups and downs like this. So they are expecting MFIs to do some other business also. So as far as Muthoot is concerned, other business other than MFI, what runs in our blood should be the gold loan. That is why we thought of doing some gold loans business also there. Although we have opened 23 branches now in this half year, we are planning to open about 150 branches in the microfinance Belstar also by the end of the year. So we'll have a mix of portfolio, some good collateralized gold loan portfolio as well as the microfinance. Microfinance alone may not be sufficient to take care of such aberrations in the collections and the market, etc. So they need some support from other quality portfolio also. That is what we are. That's our thought process on that.
All right, Mr. Muthoot, your shareholders of Muthoot Finance will be very happy. And they've heard your commentary on Belstar as well. They'll be wondering, can they get a chance to have another listed entity? Can we see the Belstar IPO coming out in Q4 or the first quarter of FY27? Is that likely?
No, as of date, they don't require much capital because as you would have seen, the book is actually degrowing. We had about 10,000 crores, now it has come down to 7,000 crores. And probably the next 2 quarters also it will remain flat. So as of now, they don't need any additional capital. So as I said, after next year, when the other business and the MFI start looking up and they start growing, we'll require capital. At that time, we will have to probably think of IPOs, etc.
Maybe FY27 the IPO comes or FY28?
Anyway, we'll see. We'll play it as we require, sir.
Played by the year.
Played by the year. Also, played by the ear. Not just the year, but the ear also. Okay. Just a final question before we let you go. You've also approved an equity investment of up to 500 crores in Muthoot Money. How big do you expect that business to be from here on? It's a wholly owned subsidiary. Just wanted to understand, can this be another of your growth drivers from here on?
Yeah, it can be because we started the Muthoot Money about 6 years back, starting the to diversify and start the hire purchase business. We started it by financing used cars, used commercial vehicles, etc. But after COVID, it got a big hit, and then the portfolio started behaving badly, and we are gradually running it down. It had a portfolio of about 600 crores. Now it is only about 70 crores. In the meantime, since we have already put capital in the company, we didn't want to waste that capital. We started gold loans there. Today, it has about 900 branches in the gold loan sector. And today, as everybody knows, gold loan is doing well. So we will certainly see that it also does well. It has today a portfolio of 6,000 crores. That is why we put in 100 crores of share capital. As long as it is 100% subsidiary of Muthoot, all the profits and all the business definitely will come to the parent only.
All right, but you have not heard anything from the regulator. If the regulator demands, I think in the past you've said you'll fold it into Muthoot itself.
Yeah,
right?
You can't work against the regulator. If they want us to do something, we will do it. That's it.
But you have not heard from them as of now about folding it in.
Not yet, sir.
All right, Mr. Muthoot. First of all, congratulations, super numbers. Wishing you all the best. You have teased us for the last few weeks, but now you came out there and you've revised that guidance. All the best. We'll chat up soon and we look forward to speaking to you.
Thank you.